All right, guys, we're going to research home appliances today. But first, before I get into that, I wanted to show you my new and updated high-ticket niches list. These are the best high-ticket dropshipping products. Go to this blog post, put a link in the description. You can also just type in ecommerceparadise.com/niches into your browser. Now, the cool thing about this niches list as opposed to any others is that not only does it provide kind of like general niches along with specific product categories within those niches, but I also have recently added a list of 1,000 more high-ticket product ideas. These are high-ticket niches, again, like home gym equipment, and then specific categories like rowing machines, home boxing equipment, resistant bands, etc. So just keep in mind that these are ideas, and you should be the one to go and research them. And I'm going to be doing a whole series of niche research videos. I've already done a bunch. You can go to ecommerceparadise.com/YouTube to the YouTube channel and go check out the niche research playlists there. But if you scroll down through here, there's just tons of these product category ideas. Yes, I used ChatGPT to come up with these ideas, but I did train it beforehand, so it doesn't just put a bunch of random stuff. It actually puts like really, really good high-ticket ideas. So I'm going to be making all the videos that go along with these. I'm probably going to be breaking it down into a list of categories and like general stores that I know that do work. But get to the bottom here and it goes over the tutorial on how to research them. So just a little bit about this first. Before you launch your store, you really need to know one thing. Is your niche actually viable for high-ticket dropshipping? Okay. You need to see at least 5 online-only Shopify-based multi-brand retailers in the niche, and at least 20 to 30 suppliers brands you could potentially work with. Okay, if the niche is too small, what I would recommend is bundling niches together or bundling product categories together to a broader niche. Kind of like, don't just start like a treadmill niche store to start a home gym equipment store or just a gym equipment store. All right, so to start with, if you're not in the US or if you want to see results in different areas of the US or, whatever, you need a VPN, I would recommend the Surfshark VPN. That's what I use. You can grab it here, the link. And you'll need Google Shopping because that's kind of the main place where everybody researches. So all you got to do is go to Google Shopping, which I'm going to show you in a sec. You're going to search for the category keyword. For example, infrared sauna or e-bike or massage chair. You're going to start scanning the results for niche-specific websites, okay? You're going to look for URLs that include the keyword. If it does not include the exact keyword, but something similar like a synonym or something, that works as well. But they just need to be like kind of boutique websites, niche specific. You don't want to look at big, broad stores like Amazon, Walmart, Wayfair. They're marketplaces. You can extract some suppliers from them, but for the most part, they're just way too big to extract stuff from. They have warehouses and they have, bigger procurement teams, and you just can't really pull ideas from them too much. You should model after them, not too much. So step 2 is to identify the real dropshipping competitors. For each potential site, run this checklist. Okay, is the site built on Shopify? Is it online only? No retail storefront. I'll show you how to look for that in a sec. Do they sell multiple brands? And do they sell products priced between $500 and $5,000? Sometimes you'll see stores where it's like well over $5,000. That's a little bit more difficult to get into and it requires more upfront capital to be able to afford the products to buy. And under $500, usually you're running into more like impulse-based decision stuff, which is a different kind of marketing. All right, and then I'll show you how to find the best sellers, which is really simple. Once make sure it's a Shopify store, you can use this URL string right here at the end of any URL, competitor URL, to find their top selling products and brands. And then from there, you're going to extract all the different brands on their website into a list, and then you're going to find their contact info, contact them, and get them as a supplier. But first, you're going to need to build out a store, okay? You're going to have to, make sure that your niche is really good. Do a little bit more deep niche research. Separate your top 3 to 5 competitor stores. Look at tools like Ubersuggest, SEMrush, and Ahrefs to find the search line for the main keywords. Check for seasonality. Count the number of competitors. Discover backlink profiles and referring domains. Spy on their best content. Just some sort of deeper research that gets you kind of closer to making a decision. And you want to analyze the market. Are the top selling products easy to source? Are the supplier name brands or unknown manufacturers? Are the products readily available in big box stores? As far as name brands go, you don't always necessarily want to be selling name brands because they're sold by big box stores. You want to get a bunch of those unknown manufacturers on board. They're harder to find in big box stores, so you'll have less competition. All right, and then you want to analyze the market balance. Are there enough competitors to prove demand? Is there not too much competition to be overwhelmed? Are there enough suppliers to give you room to grow? And is there room to add value through branding, content, or service? The next step is to decide your niche. Okay, before you lock it in, make sure you check all the boxes. Is it profitable? Product should be between 500 and 5,000. You want 30 to 40% margins with minimal returns. Is it supplier friendly? There should be at least 20 to 30 suppliers to open new dealers. Products must be shippable and relatively low maintenance. Is there something you're interested in? You don't have to be obsessed, but you'll need to write content, make videos, and talk to customers. So something you want to have some interest in learning about. Can you see yourself building a brand in this space? If yes, it's go time. And click this video here. You'll be able to watch a free YouTube course that shows me how I research the niches, and just watch the rest of this video as well. There's a bunch of stuff you'll need before you get started. Definitely scroll down through and learn about that stuff before you get started, because this is a specific type of model that requires more upfront investment than, really like just basic arbitrage opportunities. This is a little bit more secure of a business model. So you got to, build an actual business first. But let's get into the research a little bit, and we'll go from there. So today I just wanted to research the first niche that's at the very top of this list, home appliances, and some of the categories in here, and kind of show you guys how I go about the niche research process. So I'm going to go ahead and just type home appliances into Google Shopping. We'll go from there. All right, so the first thing that comes up is premium home source. And again, we're looking at home appliances. This isn't a really specific thing. So any one of these where it says like home is going to be fine to look at. And like anything that's like a little bit more narrow, like barbecue, that should be fine to look at as well. Factory Pure, that's kind of a tough one because that's a very general name, doesn't really category specific. Hot Logic Mini, this looks like a private label brand. And you can usually tell a direct consumer brand from a retailer because the name of their store is going to be the same as the product name, or they're not going to have any branding in the product name at all. All right, that's the same as that one. Ferguson, I believe that's a brand. Culinary Cave. All right, so we've got a few ideas here, so let's go and look. So the first thing is it a niche store? Yeah, it's got a niche. It's a very general niche store, but it's a niche, it's home. Is it Shopify? Well, if you just look at the URL, it's /product/, and then if you go to one of the collection pages, category pages, it's going to be /collection/. That's unique to Shopify. So just keep that in mind. It's a Shopify store if it's /collection//product/. All right, and then do they have do they have a retail storefront or not? And usually if they have a retail storefront, they're always going to list it in the footer of the website as a showroom, or have an address of some sort. I've never seen a business with a retail storefront that doesn't have a address in their footer. All right, let's see here. All right, so this definitely matches that criteria. The next one is we're going to make sure that they sell multiple brands. Let's go check through some of their menus and see if they list out brands here. All right, so I see Mr. Cool and Senville are at the top. So brands, yep. So they definitely sell multiple brands like Forno, Z-Line, Thor, Kitchen, Gooch. Okay. So this is a store that's online only. It's on Shopify, and they sell multiple brands. No physical retail storefront. Awesome. This is a dropshipping store. This is a store that we can model after. Okay, premiumhomesource.com. So I'm going to put that in a list, and I'm going to then take a look at that URL string that I gave you guys. Let's scroll back down here to the blog post, the end of the niches list. And if you go right in here, you have a URL string. And so you just copy this and put it onto that. All right, so this is going to pull you up a collection on their website sorted by best selling, and this is going to tell you what their best selling brands are. What are the products they sold by volume? A lot of these in the older stores is going to be accessories like add-ons and stuff. So as you can see, it's like accessories for the Mr. Cool mini split systems. Diversity Tech Connect Switch. Yeah, so again, like add-ons. But this one here is their best-selling like main product, okay? It's a high-ticket product, a Thor Kitchen stainless steel dishwasher, okay? Next one is Z-Line. So it's Thor, Z-Line, Forno. All right. So we have 3 best-selling brands, and Mr. Cool, again, showing up. So I'll just put there. So 4 best-selling brands. Mr. Cool is the next one. So right off the first page, we have their 4 best-selling brands: Thor, Z-Line, Forno, and Mr. Cool. So those I would definitely reach out to, okay? And let's show you how to find their website. So, all right, so all you have to do is go to Google and type in the brand name, and you'll see almost always, they're going to have a bunch of shopping ads for niche sites that are popping up, right? But if you go down, you should see their website pop up first. It's usually going to be the actual website for the supplier. So this is forno.ca. So I believe they might be located in Canada, seems like. This might just be, yeah, I think they're located in Canada. If you go down, they're going to have some sort of contact information. What I'm usually looking for is a dealer application page that has a form I can fill out. That is the best thing. And if they don't, then at least a contact page with a form I can fill out. I'm really looking for a form, because when a website has a form, for sure, when you send them an email, it's going to go directly to their customer service. They're going to definitely see that. Okay. So let's visit the Forno official website. Maybe that, for some reason, wasn't their official website. All right. Yep, looks like it's different here. So we're going to keep looking. Why become a Forno dealer? Perfect. Okay. Or digital partner. Perfect. So they have a dealer application page, and there's a form to fill out. So that's the best thing. You really want to be filling these forms out. This is going to get your dealer application sent directly to the supplier, to the right team, and it's going to make it really easy for them to then onboard you, basically, and to get all your information right away. They're going to enter your name, company name, phone number, email, what type of store you are. So usually it's e-retailer, right? Also, if you are considering starting a design business or being a builder, those are service-based businesses. Every niche for high-ticket products is going to have some sort of service-based side to it that you could explore as offering DIY services. So I would definitely recommend that. That's a great way to help yourself. Or you can become a lead generator for those types of businesses, and I'll get into that in later videos, using something like High Level as a lead generation, sales, and lead forwarding company. You can sell leads to companies that do services. Anyway, so put e-retailer, you'll need a tax resale certificate number, which is your seller's permit, and that's what I get into later in that blog post. I also have a separate blog post on that as well. There's a whole new thing for that now. There's a multi-jurisdictional sales tax permit, and it's just a form you fill out. Basically, you provide to the supplier. Even if you are abroad and you don't have any seller's permits right now, you can just provide that with your EIN number to get started, and then you'll get sales tax permits as you start to hit those thresholds in every state for sales. Each state has their own threshold, maybe $100,000 of sales in that state, and you'll need to register for sales tax and start collecting and remitting sales tax. TaxJar, by the way, is a really great place to go for information on that and help with that. All right, and then just use ChatGPT, make a nice message, and submit, and you'll get that supplier. But first, obviously, you have to have a website. So just make sure you build a website that looks professional, and model it after your competitors. If you're trying to figure out what Shopify theme to use, I have the best Shopify theme for you. I definitely want to show it to you, so I'm going to show it to you right now. All right, so go to your browser and type in ecommerceparadise.com/superstore theme. Hit enter. By the way, on our website, we have a resources page, and you can go in there and you can see all the different tools and resources I use. And Pixel Union is one of them. I'll put a link in there for the Superstore theme, but the Superstore theme is the one to use. I highly recommend it. The tech version is my favorite. And if you go to View Demo Store, you'll see why. It's got fantastic desktop and mobile view. It's got the search. It's got just everything built in. It's really good for making these broader kind of like mid-niche sites with multiple main categories and subcategories. You can also see the mobile view, and obviously it's like really well optimized and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely use a Superstore theme and build your store out. Choose some kind of niche branding that's similar to your competitor, and what I would recommend is using Amazon for your demo products, because Amazon is going to have a whole separate range of brands usually than these niche stores have. You do not want to upload the actual products to your website, because then if the supplier sees that, they're going to get upset. So don't do that. Make sure that you upload different brands to your website that aren't the suppliers you want to get, or just what I usually do is I take those brands and then I make the listings generic and change the images a bit. And you just want to make demo products. And if they ever ask, and just say, hey, they're just demo listings, we're not actually selling any of this stuff, and we're just building a store out to show you guys that we're professional. And they'll usually be interested in starting. Usually they don't even ask you that. Anyway, so yeah, just look through. You can get ideas of all this stuff. Another great idea is to download the Koala Inspector app. I love using Koala Inspector. You can track the shops, and you can go to ecommerceparadise.com/resources and go click the link in there to get your account today. This is such a great app because not only can you track the shops, but you can actually click in here, go to products, and you can download a CSV, an instant CSV download of all their products. And what that helps you do is that helps you see all the different brands that they have on their website. You can sort this by vendor, and you can pull this entire list out of all these different vendors they have. Even if there's like tens of thousands of products on their site, you can see all the different vendors they have. You can even use this as an import for yourself to go to your own Shopify store, but I wouldn't do that until later, until you get that brand on board. But yeah, you'll see their best sellers, and you'll see lots of different stuff. So definitely go check that out, guys. I highly recommend using Koala Inspector. It's a great app. All right, so that's that. So I showed you how to find a niche store, how to qualify it, make sure it's going to work for high-ticket dropshipping, how to find the suppliers and apply for the supplier accounts, and then what Shopify theme to use, and how to extract all their vendors using Koala Inspector. I'll go through a few more of these just to kind of see, give you an idea. Barbecue guys, again, good one. These guys are not on Shopify though. Look at their URL structure, /i/. So I'm not sure what they're using, but it's not Shopify. So you could extract some of these brands if they still don't have any physical retail storefront, but you're not going to be able to extract a bunch of other stuff. And it looks like it was bought by shopperschoice.com, or they may have been the ones that built it in the first place. I don't know, but yeah, so that's why it's on like its own retail, or its own e-commerce platform. But yeah, they don't have any physical retail storefront, looks like. Can't really see anything about a showroom, so that's good. So you could definitely extract the brands, and they have a list of brands here, which is great. Featured brands, usually they're best sellers, so I would definitely take this list. These are probably best-selling brands here. I recognize a few of these. And then, all these new arrivals, who knows? Maybe they're easier to get brands because they're, currently signing up retailers as we speak. Made in the USA brands, those are actually really good ones to get because those are the ones that not going to be struggling with tariff problems right now. I love these websites that have brands A to Z because then you see all their brands all in one list. You can just extract the entire list and have someone do outreach for you to get an entire list of brands. So a barbecue website or like an outdoor kitchen website would be a great idea. All right, Factory Pure, actually seen these guys in the news a bit. They scaled their store really big. It's kind of a general store, but they started with generators and they moved into a bunch of other categories. So good for them. Let's see, I believe they are on Shopify. It's an old Shopify theme. I'm not sure which one it is. Let's check. Using Koala Inspector, it'll tell us what theme each site is using, which is really cool. And of course, we'll want to track their site and see their best sellers and get some more ideas there. All right, well, my Koala Inspector is taking a while to load. I think my internet's a little bit funky here at this hotel. Next one is Culinary Cave. And this one, right off the bat, I can tell it's one of these high-ticket dropshipping stores that's built. I can obviously tell just on the Empire theme. I've used this theme before. I'll track these stores later. For some reason, Koala Inspector is not loading right now, but these are great ones to extract from. Looks like they have multiple brands, multiple categories, all that stuff. Obviously no retail storefront. So this is just straight up high-ticket dropshipping store right here. So home appliances definitely work, guys. Just keep in mind that with this niche, I've had some personal experience with it. Definitely can make 6 figures per month in sales. Problems is the catalogs are quite large, okay? So tons of SKUs, huge amount of catalog. So you'll definitely want to integrate some sort of like stock sync app, which I believe is called StockX now. And then also something like Price Sync to help you update your prices along with your competitors. You just link SKUs to competitor SKUs or just use the Google Shopping Direct feature. As long as you have supplier barcodes, you can do that. And then, yeah, you'll just want to make sure that you figure out some automations for updating your catalogs, or at least update the products that are getting ad spend. Those are the most important, obviously. You're spending money for that traffic. It's also quite a competitive niche, so it's very difficult to rank organically. But if you drive backlinks and do content specifically for like the lower competition products that are profitable, then you'll be able to rank hopefully first page for those, and then, you know, for those product queries, and that's going to help you scale your business. So there's really cool like kind of backdoor ways to get one of these businesses profitable, and that's what I do for my clients. If you guys are interested in our services, you can go check them out. We have a turnkey done for you dropshipping build and launch service. And we also have a monthly management scaling service, as well as a monthly scaling service for high-ticket dropshipping stores. We also work with direct-to-consumer brands that are high-ticket. We have a plethora of other services as well, but I bundled a bunch of services together for stores. So if you're looking to get started, I would definitely recommend checking out the turnkey done for you, sales page here. It gives all the information on what we do and the different phases of launch. And then we also have a bunch of testimonials, as well as some website examples. But here's all the steps that we go through to build your website out. Usually it takes 2 to 3 months, depending on suppliers. Also, some requirements that you'll need in order to get started, and pricing, as well as a discovery call that you can book to talk to me directly. And see if you're qualified and if this is something you can use. And we're running a 50% off. Coupon code is Action Taker. So go check that out, guys. The normal prices are, what they are, so that, we can do our services, but we're currently offering 50% off for a limited time as of the making of this video. So that's limited time offer. It might come down anytime. So definitely go check that out, guys. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to comment below. Happy to help you guys in your search for the best niche for you. Go check out that niches list article, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.